What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Happy Tuesday. Let me go ahead and share this out. We are live. I'm trying to hurry up and finish wolfing down my dinner. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody had a great Tuesday. Let's get this party started. Y'all, my allergies are kicking my butt. Anybody else in here deal with allergies? Because, whoo, baby. And this must be another thing about getting old, because I don't remember my allergies bothering me this much. I don't know. Anyway, hey, everybody. Hey, Zara, what's up, girl? How you doing? Hey, Nat Queen, what's up, Miss Sharon? Shout out to my members that are lit up in green that are in the chat. Shout out to my members. I'm not sure if the chat is behind. StreamYard has been giving us a hard time because the messages aren't coming through. Hey, C Golden. So if you guys are speaking, it's coming through slow. Hey, Woo Child. It is coming through slow if you guys are speaking. So, hey, everybody. Okay, now it looks like it's starting to come through. Hey, Mr. Grain. What's up, Nicole Stevens? Hey, you guys. Hey, everybody. How's everybody doing? Give me a second. I'm talking, but I'll be back on camera in a second. Hey, Below. What's going on? Yes. My members are here. Hey, Lemon Kush. What's going on? Cross Country Cruiser. Hey. Hey, you guys. Sorry about that. I'm trying to. It's daggone. Dang. All right, y'all. We don't really have a lot to get into. It's sort of a slow news day. But we have a bunch of Real Housewives stuff to get to. We have some updates. And of course, the story that just came out a few minutes before we went live. Honey, we'll get into all of that. What's up, Reese's Pieces? What's up, my love? Yes. All right, I gotta put my stuff back in my mouth. And here we go. All right, sorry about that, y'all. I had to get myself together, honey. I was eating right before I went live. I was trying to hurry to eat my dinner. And yeah. All right, let's go. Who was that? Give me a second, y'all. Somebody just rang my doorbell. Let me see who this is at my door. It looks like it's a delivery. Sorry about that, y'all. It was a delivery. I had baked chicken and some cauliflower rice, trying to be healthy, child. Trying to be healthy. Hey, it's right there on the table. Yes, the allergies are killing me, child. The allergies are killing me. What's up, Danny? What's up, boo? So, when you get a chance, can you put my stuff in the dryer? Please. All right, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm getting my life together. I'm sorry. All right, we good. All right, we back. We ready to go. So, Danny, hey, boo, put your link in the chat, please, for the merch. Remember, Danny has transitioned over to Etsy. So, if you guys are interested in a tumbler or a mug, you must go over to Etsy to order. And they come in a really nice packaging, and all that good stuff. It comes in different packaging than the first orders where she was sending them out directly from her website. But it's on Etsy now, which makes it easier for her. And so if you guys want a tumbler or you want a mug, y'all going over to Etsy and get you one. Going to get you one. All right. So we have a couple of updates, and then we have some stuff we're going to get into. What's up, DMV? What's up, Jay? Hey, Corey. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I feel like I should have probably waited another 10 minutes to get myself together. But anyway, I'm sorry. We here now. All right. So let's get to, we got a couple of updates, and then we're going to get into a few little news stories. We're probably not going to be here too long. So listen, you hear working in the background? Okay, boo. Let me give y'all, there's a little bit of update with, it's really not an update with this escape thing. Honestly, at this point, y'all, it's really nothing new, right? It is what it is. We got 2 more episodes. We'll deal with whatever new comes out on Sunday. But Latasha did do an interview, and I do want to bring this up. Latasha did do an interview, and she said that she just want her sister back. She want to get her sisterhood back. She said that she did try to call her sister before the show. Now, it's her word against Tamika. Tamika said, I tried to call her. She wouldn't answer the phone. Tasha said, I tried to call Tamika. Tamika wouldn't answer the phone. But what we do know right now, Tasha, is that don't nobody have your phone number but Tiny. Even your daddy said he don't have your new number. When he did his interview last week, he said he don't even have your new number. So what we know right now is even if Tamika wanted to reach out to you to try to make good and make amends and apologize, girl, she don't have your number. And your mother won't give it to her because Tamika said that your mother will not give her your number. Now, the other thing that Latasha said was she once again reiterated that she did not steal her sister's money, but she did say she would give her the $30,000 if they could get back to being sisters again. Now listen. Let me say. I love my sister a lot. But if I know I didn't steal no money from her, I'm not giving her $20, much less $30,000 if I didn't take it. Now, my thing is, if you know you didn't take that girl money, because she said, well, she felt like she's just doing it for a storyline. Well, if you feel like it's a storyline and you feel like it ain't true, or you know it ain't true, and you know that she just doing this for a storyline, ain't no way in hell I'm giving you some money. Because you've already shown yourself to be like, girl, you a liar. I know you lying. You know you lying. I ain't about to give you. I'm not giving you no $30,000 on the humble. I'm sorry. That's not what we're doing here. So I had to side eye when she said that. So I just had to bring that down here to y'all because I had to side eye that one because I said, now wait a minute, this don't make no sense to me. Now y'all, now listen, if in the chat, if that makes sense to y'all in the chat, y'all tell me. But that don't make no sense to me. You mean to tell me? You feel like it's a storyline. You know that it ain't true. But you're going to go ahead and give her $30,000 just so to be over with? No, you willing to give her $30,000 so shut the hell up. That's what you willing to do. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. That is my 2 cents. You come and bearing refreshments good because I am parched. Plus taxes and interest, exactly, and compounded interest at that. Shoot. You sure better pay taxes and interest on it. Mm-hmm. Saw her on Fox Soul promoting her song and video. She looked good in that white. Mm-hmm. I think Natasha looks good. I think she said she went vegan. She's been able to get the weight off and keep the weight off. I think she looks good. Now, I think she look a little light. Now, I don't know if she got some light. But that ain't my business. That ain't my business. I think she look a little light. But that ain't my business. What's up, Andrea? How you doing? Sorry I'm late, but I just got my notification. Child, you know how YouTube be playing. Come on in here and take a seat, girl. You good? Come on in here and sit down. You good? I didn't let that tea bag stay in there long enough. That tea it's not strong enough. It's not strong. But that's all right. I'll drink it and make me another cup when I get off of here. So that's the update on that. Now that's just the update on that now. Listen, I told y'all I deal in common sense, and that ain't common sense. That one don't make no sense to me. I'm sorry. So that's that. The other update we have now, Jonathan Majors. Now listen, I'm a little perplexed about this Jonathan Majors situation too, okay? Now, if you guys remember Jonathan Majors, you know, he's the actor, Creed 3, yada, yada, yada. He was picked up this weekend, alleged assault against his girlfriend. We heard, we heard his story, and his story was something dealing with, we heard her story that, well, no, we ain't heard from either one of them. We heard what was written in the paper, child. But basically, allegedly, what we heard was that, well, at least the first story that I reported to you guys said that she thought he was flirting, or she thought he was talking to somebody on the phone. She went to grab the phone out of his hand, and allegedly he slapped her. Said that night they slept at separate places. And then in the morning, she went to the police and filed a police report. Now, that's the first thing that I reported. That's what I have read down to the TMZ, right? Now, his attorney has since come out and said, listen, he's going to be cleared. He's going to be exonerated. The woman has recanted her story not once but twice. They have witnesses that support his side of the story. There's even a videotape that supports his side of the story. Now, my initial response was, let's wait. Because I feel like we're real quick to pile on, and we're very quick to make snap decisions just based on one person's version of events. So today he was arraigned, and he was officially charged. So here's where I'm a little confused. If your attorney has all of this evidence that shows that this woman is lying, she recanted her story, and all it is, I'm a little concerned about why you were actually charged, sir. Now, on the flip side, we have since found out that he's the one that called 911. And when he called 911, he said that he was worried about his girlfriend, that she was, out of control, and he called the police to come to their place, and that when the police got there, because she did have a mark on her skin, he was the one that was taken away. Now, the way it was explained that she had a mark is that he did grab her to stop her from doing something. I don't know. Now, here's what I do know. And I know this from personal experience, not me personally, but people that I know personally. When the police show up and there's a DV situation, the police take the person that looks like they were the aggressor. And so what I mean by that is this. If I start a fight with Xavier, but Xavier gets the best of me, when the police show up, if I'm the one that looks like I got beat up, Xavier is getting arrested regardless of whether I started it or not. Because the police in that moment, they're going to take away the person that they feel is the aggressor, and they're going to allow the attorneys to resolve it. So if when the police showed up, she was the one that had marks and he didn't, and of course him being a man, her being the woman, they're gonna take him away. Now that doesn't mean he's telling the truth, y'all. I'm just telling you what I know from experience. All that could be true, but he hit her first a couple of times. You don't know that, Miss Carter. We don't know. None of us were there. We only know what's being reported. And let me say this. I'm not saying I believe or disbelieve, because I have long since moved on from what celebrities will or won't do. I don't know these people. So this man may very well have done what he's being accused of doing. However, I do feel like until they go to court, they went to court. So he's officially been charged. But I do find it interesting that he was the one that called the police. I don't know. They said that she recanted her story. She obviously didn't you feel it in your spirit. Okay, Miss Carter. Well, listen, baby, I can't tell you what's in your spirit. I can't tell you that, child. But I know for me, what's up, Mug Chip? Hey, boo. I know for me, I'm sitting on the sidelines. I need a little more information. Because now walk with me on this one, y'all. Miss Carter, walk with me on this one. Y'all, I don't want to offend nobody. Shout out to the 128 people in the room. Y'all know we got a lot of new people down here, so I don't want to offend nobody, okay? Walk with me, y'all. Walk with me, y'all. Walk with me. Jonathan Majors is a black man. The woman is allegedly a white woman. Now, we don't know if it's the woman that he's been in pictures with. We just know that allegedly the woman is his girlfriend. And I don't mean that the current girlfriend is a white woman. We just gonna walk with me down this road, y'all. Just walk with me down this road. Let's say that the two of them did get into this argument. Maybe he did call the police on himself because she was tripping and he know how this story go. Man, woman, black man, white woman. He know how this story go. Maybe this woman is a Karen. Maybe when the police showed up, she was like, oh, we going to flip it, smack it up, flip it, rub it down. Listen, in my mind, all I think of is Rosewood. Listen, I just can't forget history. I just can't forget history. And I'm not ready to condemn this man until it's too much. It's too much blurred lines for me. Again, the reason why I say it's too much blurred lines, you allegedly had the woman recanted. Allegedly, he called the police. Well, that ain't alleged. That he called the police on himself. Why would he call the police on himself if he in there whooping that woman's tail? I'm just saying, y'all. Now, that don't mean he didn't do it because it's dumb criminals all day long. I'm just telling you why I'm in the middle of this road. Now, I didn't know he had a daughter either. Now, and y'all know this about me. All my members, all my people that have been here for a while, y'all know this about me. I don't have no problem coming back down here saying, well, I was wrong. That man did it. Because all these facts that came out. But I also feel like now, I know attorneys lie and exaggerate. I know they do. I know that's what they do all the time. I know. But I also find it very interesting. What's up, Young Rich? Where you been, girl? Hey, Monique. I also find it very interesting, though, right? I also find it very interesting that the attorney said there's all this evidence. And that don't mean that the attorneys lie. We know that. It has not been confirmed that he called the police. His lawyers say he called the police, but police sources saying she called the police. Well, I heard it on the news. Now, again, that don't mean just because the news said it, the news is right or wrong. But the news, I heard it on the news, a news report that he called the police. Anyway, something in the milk ain't clean. All I'm saying is his attorney said she recanted, but we haven't heard from her. Right, we haven't heard anything. And the fact that they actually charged him is what's most concerning to me. Because if there was all this evidence to prove him innocent, I find it interesting that they would have actually charged him. That don't mean that they wouldn't have. I just find that interesting. But anyway, that's the update. Y'all know we're gonna stay on it. We're gonna stay on it. And again, I'm not saying that the man didn't do it. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying I need some more information. But I do respect that there are people that are like, nope, I think he's guilty. I respect that. And I respect people who are on the other side. I respect both sides of it. I just know for me personally, I just ain't there yet. His attorney doing their job. And that's what the attorney's supposed to do. You're right. In the state of New York, if somebody calls the police during a dispute, somebody has to be arrested. And that's the same thing down here. And usually the person that's arrested is the person that looks like they got the worst of it. So again, if the police showed up and she had a mark on her neck, regardless of how that mark got there, he was the one that was going to get arrested. Doesn't matter how the mark got there. The police got to take somebody out in handcuffs, and it's going to be the person that looks like. Now, if the police had showed up and he had a black eye or he was bleeding, they probably would have took her. At least I know that's how it is down here. Right. I believe he was caught cheating. That's all I believe right now. Yeah, and I believe there was an argument. And clearly she has a mark on her, so Mark got there some way, but I just don't know how it got there. All right. So that's that. But like I said, y'all know we're going to follow it. It's 143 people in the chat. If y'all could please hit the like button, I appreciate that so much. I would appreciate that so much, okay? That's the escape update, child. Okay, Jonathon. Okay. And another update, and this story is the story that just will never end. It's gone through all types of twists and turns and ups and downs and around and arounds. Oh, Thank you, Auntie T. Trisha, for the Cash App. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Donations are not required, but they are accepted, and I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much for the donation. Thank you. Please hit the like button. That's a free way you can support the channel. It's 150 people in here. Can we get 130 likes? I appreciate that. She didn't beat herself up. I agree. She did not. I don't believe she did that. Tracy, I don't know, Tracy. You told me you used to be out there fighting in them streets. So I don't know. I don't know, Tracy. I don't know. It's my watermelon sugar here. Coming to the stage, watermelon sugar. Hey, watermelon sugar. Hey, boo. Now here's the story that won't end. Remember the pork chop song? This is the song that doesn't end. Yes, it goes on and on, my friend. Some people started singing it, not knowing what it was, and they'll continue singing it forever just because it's. Y'all remember that? Well, this is the story that will not end. Now, we've talked about this before. Hold on, let me pull it up. Oh, wait a minute. Something just hit my... Somebody remind me, Chrisley. Put Chrisley in the... Remind me, Chrisley, in about... Give me about 10 minutes and remind me about Chrisley, because I'm looking for something else right now. But something just hit my alerts. So we can talk about it since we already live. But this is what I'm looking for. Somebody, one of my mods or one of my people, my showrunner, just remind me Chrisley, and that'll take me back in about 10 minutes, and just remind me Chrisley. Okay. Adnan Syed. If you guys are not familiar with Adnan, Syed. He was a teenager at the time, who was charged with the unaliving of his ex-girlfriend. This happened back in the 90s, I think it was, like late 90s. He was convicted. He appealed it. I think his first appeal was denied, then they appealed it again. Then his appeal was upheld. His conviction was overturned. But then today, the appellate court reinstated his conviction. So the man got to go back to jail. I feel like I would be in Mexico. Let me read y'all a little bit of this story. Now, this is coming from a local affiliate here in the DC area, Fox 5 VC. Adnan Syed's murder conviction was reinstated Tuesday following an opinion released by Maryland's Court of Appeals. The Appellate Court of Maryland ruled the state's law provides victims with the right to prior notice of the hearing on a motion to vacate convictions, and that right was violated in the case of the family of Hayman Lee, Syed's ex-girlfriend and high school classmate who died more than 2 decades ago. The court ruled that giving her brother Young Lee only 1 business day before the hearing was insufficient time to reasonably allow Mr. Lee, who lived in California, to attend the hearing in person and required him to attend the hearing remotely. Because the circuit court violated Lee's right to notice and his right to attend the hearing on the state's motion to vacate, this court has the power and obligation to remedy those violations as long as we can do so without violating Mr. Syed's right to be free from double jeopardy. We can do that, and accordingly, we vacate the circuit court's order vacating his conviction, which results in the reinstatement of the original conviction and sentence. We remand for a new, legally compliant and transparent hearing on the motion to vacate where Mr. Lee is given notice of the hearing. So, it sounds like this is just a temporary situation, but it doesn't change the fact that y'all just keep playing games. So, because the court did not give the brother enough time to attend the hearing in person, but they accommodated him and he was able to attend via Zoom, it sounds like, which is how most people have been going to court for the last 2.5, 3 years anyway. But it was enough of a violation for them to overturn what happened at the hearing, which was to vacate his conviction. So they're reinstating a conviction until they can have another hearing where the end result may or may not be the same. This is crazy. Though Saeed's conviction has been reinstated, he will not be taken back into custody. The appellate court of Maryland ordered a new hearing Tuesday to be held, while also not violating his right to be free from double jeopardy. The opinion states that the reinstatement of his original conviction and sentence will be effective 60 days after the opinion's release to give the parties time to assess how to proceed in response to the court's decision. So he's not going to be taken back into custody. So he has 2 more months. I mean, the state has 2 months to, I guess, decide what they're going to do. They're probably going to do the hearing again because the hearing. No, I'm sorry, not the state. The state isn't trying to. Okay. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to follow it, though. I'll let y'all know what happens. But the state, of course, isn't happy. At least, I don't know. I think the state still feels like he's guilty. And of course, the family thinks he's guilty. The family is convinced that he's the one that did it. Now, I listened to the podcast years and years and years ago called Serial. But I also revisited it through the Crime Weekly YouTube channel. They did like an 8-part series, and they broke down stuff. And they talked about evidence that I forgot about, evidence I didn't know about. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm back and forth about whether this boy is guilty or not. Well, he's a man now. I'm honestly back and forth about whether he's guilty or not. You know, I think it's a strong possibility that he may not be guilty, but he knows who he is. That's what I think. I think that's a strong possibility. But that's just my opinion. I don't know, child. Saeed needs to book a trip and not come back because justice is not being served in his court, child. Well, it got him out. I mean, it's being served. I mean, well, I guess it wasn't being served because he was convicted to begin with. So I don't know, child. All right, now let me go back to this other story. As I was looking for that article, because I emailed this article to myself, so I would have it in my email. But then I got another article here. Hold on, let's talk about this. This is coming from Radar Online. I get alerts from Radar Online. So Kyle Chrisley, the son of Todd Chrisley from his first wife, right? It's not Julie's son, but from his first wife, the one who they have custody of the daughter. He was arrested last week on an assault charge. So this article says that troubled son of reality star Todd Chrisley made his first appearance in the Tennessee court on aggravated assault charges, but the case was adjourned because he needs more time to find a lawyer to defend him. Kyle Chrisley, 32, was handcuffed on March 13th after allegedly beating up and threatening to kill his supervisor, Devin Campbell, with a knife at his truck company job site in Smyrna, about 20 miles southeast of Nashville. The bombshell arrest occurred just 2 months after his father and stepmother turned himself in, yada, 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 yada. So, I mean, I guess he doesn't qualify for a, public defender. And I guess his parents aren't there to pay for one. Yeah, this is Chloe's dad. Child, it's a mess. But yeah, I just saw that, and I saw Chrisley's son. I didn't know which son it was. So the Chrisleys need to be prayed over. That whole family is spiraling. Yeah, it's a lot. Well, Kyle has always had issues. I mean, that's part of the reason why they ended up adopting Chloe, because him and the mama, weren't stable and had, their issues, child. They had all kinds of stuff going on. All right, you guys, it's 147 people in the chat. If you guys could please hit that like button, I would appreciate it much. All right, y'all. So that's okay. Now, before we get into this Real Housewives stuff, listen, I have news on Real Housewives from about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, from 5 different franchises. So we're going to get to the updates on all this different Housewives stuff. But let me get to this one more story. Now, you guys may or may not remember Britney Taylor. Britney Taylor, who was on Love and Hip Hop New York for that one season. I mean, she was only on there the one season. I believe it was the season before that last season that ended before the Roni Ron, and Love and Hip Hop New York ain't been back since, child. Love and Hip Hop New York ain't been back. Ain't been back since. But Britney, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is Britney Taylor the same one that was trying to get Remy Ma, that tried to say Remy Ma attacked her, but then come to find out that it didn't happen? Is that the case? But it mattered. Okay, so today, Britney Taylor, let me show y'all the picture so in case y'all forgot what she looked like, child. Here it is right there. That's her. So Britney Taylor, they be killing me when they say star of. She was on there for one season for about 5 episodes, child. I don't know what she was a star of, but okay. Former Love and Hip Hop New York star Britney Taylor has been arrested after she allegedly assaulted the father of her children with a baseball bat. Father of Britney's 2-year-old and 8-month-old children made an alarming post to his Instagram account last week in which he spoke about domestic violence. While he didn't name the mother of his children in the post, new information obtained by TMZ links the alleged assault back to Britney. According to Alfiz, that's the father, his recollection of the assault, Britney punched him in the face and proceeded to hit him with a baseball bat after, and then it goes on from there. So we have a little bit of an update. Like, that's what posted earlier today. So we have a little bit of an update. And they have a picture of him showing bruised and bloody and stuff like that, right? So Britney came down to tell her story. Britney Taylor is speaking out after news of an alleged domestic violence incident between her and the father of her children started making its rounds online. Britney accuses her ex of physical abuse for the last 3 years and shared a photo of a conversation between them. She says he showed up to her grandfather's house unannounced on the day of the alleged baseball incident. So I'm going to let you guys hear what she had to say. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't listened to this, so I hope she ain't saying nothing crazy.
Like, the shit that I endured is crazy. I'm back in New York right now. If you know me, you know that I don't want to live in New York. I hate the cold. I was living in Miami. Me and this man, we was together. We were supposed to be building. I have been beaten for 3 years straight. I don't come to the internet. I don't even tell the cops nothing because I'm traumatized. I'm traumatized. I couldn't even go to the cops all the times that this man was beating my ass because I'm traumatized. God forbid I go tell the cops that this man's beating my ass. The whole world's going to call me a rat. God forbid I post the pictures of when he had my eyes busted up, beating me up while I was pregnant. Like, the shit that I endured is crazy. This is me texting him saying, shaking my head, you hit me first. I can't take that. I don't care how annoying I was getting you. I didn't deserve this. This man is sitting here playing victim after beating my ass for 3 years during my pregnancy and everything. Excuse my language, because I don't even want to go there because this is what they want. This is what they've been wanted. It's him and some little new girl that he's with. He don't take care of his kids. I don't put that out there. I did once because I was real mad. I deleted it fast though. But he don't take care of his kids. I take care of my situation. I take care of everything. He don't take care of nothing. Now he has this new girl who wants my kids. She's told me this. I say he can't come around me at all. His mother wanted to come pick up the kids. They wanted to watch the kids for one day. Come to you for a day. Okay, let's do that. That sounds fun. That sounds cool. I open the door. It's him and his mother. What is he doing here? I said, okay, you know what? I'm gonna just avoid them. I'm gonna go in the living room. I'm gonna avoid them. Let them take the kids. Let them go. This man is being so disrespectful. Okay. My grandmother is in the house. This man comes here. He's cursing. Oh, where's the fucking Pampers? Where's this? Where's that? I'm like, okay, lower your tone. Watch how you know what I'm saying? Watch how you talking to me. Oh, it's not about you. Let's be real. We know how these Nigerian men can get.
Oh, Lord.
I say he can't come around me at
all. So that's just part of her live that she posted. Now, this is what I'm going to say. Some pictures she's also posted pictures that shows her having black eyes and bruises and things like that. So she has posted pictures. I'm not going to post them here. You can go find them online, I'm sure. Yeah, she was on Love and Hip Hop New York. I feel for her because it does sound like it wasn't a great situation. I mean, I don't know about what got her arrested. I can't say whether, I wasn't there, and I can't say whether that was like a final straw situation for her. I always, whenever I hear about situations like this, I always think about the burning bed. Again, you guys are in my age group. Y'all remember the famous Farrah Fawcett movie back in the 80s, like the early mid 80s, I think, called The Burning Bed, which was based on a true story, where this woman had been, she's a rapper, where this woman had been abused, and finally one night, the man beat her and sexually assaulted her, and one night she got up, she poured gasoline around the bed and set that thing on fire while he was laying in it sleep. And so I always think about these cases when it gets extreme. Oh, you're 30 and remember the burning bed? Oh, okay. Well, then maybe it's not as old as I thought. I felt like it was, because I feel like I was young when it came out. So maybe, I know I wasn't an adult. But, back in the day, they used to have the Sunday night movie. And this was one of the Sunday night movies. I remember they said the Sunday and Monday night movies. The movie is why Lifetime is. You know what, DeMille? You're right. Lifetime, you know what? Lifetime is an extension. Every Snapped episode, you're right. A Lifetime plays it all the time, but then that's why y'all remember it. Yeah. I remember when it first came out, and it was very controversial. Of course, everybody wanted to debate it, but it actually came out back in the day. For those of you who are this old and remember, back in the day, they used to have Sunday night movies and Monday night movies. Sunday night used to be more kid-friendly for some reason. I don't know. And then Monday night was more adult. Because I remember Sunday night they used to play, and this was before Disney bought ABC. So it was just, they would have Disney, because I remember watching Old Yeller and Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and Mary Poppins. I remember that being on Sunday night, because I remember that was the night that my mama used to do my hair. So I remember sitting there getting my hair done, getting my hair braided for the week, and watching the Disney movie. I remember that. It came out in 1984, yeah. So I was going to say, I knew I wasn't an adult when it came out. I was a kid in 1984. I ain't that old. I was a kid in 1984. But I remember that. Yeah, I do remember that. So many men were unalived after it aired for the first time. Really? See, I'm old enough to remember the controversy, but I don't remember all of that. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to say this. You're right. We said movies of the week. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Remember the documentary Francine Hughes? I say her case was one of my psychologists. So it was a true story. I thought it was based on a true story. And I do remember Lorena Bobbitt. I remember that story as well. Now I was older when Lorena Bobbitt happened. I was older. But you know, I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. I believe her. I believe this was an abusive relationship that she stayed in, and I'm not going to judge her for staying in it because we know that it happens a lot. Victims of abuse, they stay in relationships, and in most cases, they stay longer than they should. We know that it happens a lot, so I'm not going to judge her. I'm not going to pass judgment that she had 2 children by this man and that she was still, you know, living with him, talking about building a future with him. Because women do it and men do too, but to a large extent, women do it all the time. So I'm not going to judge her for that, but I do believe her. I do believe her. And I hope that she's able to get a good attorney. And I hope that she is able to stay strong enough to stay away from this man and rebuild her life. Sounds like she's got some support from her family. She's back in New York, living with her grandparents, who are probably older. But glad she had a place to go. Glad that she sounds like she's done dealing with him on a romantic level. I hope that he doesn't manipulate her with the children. Y'all know how that goes. Y'all know how that goes. Y'all remember one Lifetime movie where this lady was married to an abusive husband who was on steroids and he was also a cop? No, but that definitely sounds like a recipe for a Lifetime movie, child. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I know it. You know what? I don't watch Lifetime like that. Y'all know when I watch Lifetime. Y'all know I watch Lifetime during Christmas. When I can look at all my Christmas movies. Other than that, I don't really watch Lifetime like that. Every once in a while, you know, if I'm flipping the channels and I see something good. Oh gosh, let me get my life together. Yeah, so you remember that movie? Oh, see, I wouldn't be able to watch that. That's crazy. That was covered on Snap. Totally different from the movie. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I love me some stuff. Y'all know I like true crime. And I love me some Snap. I remember watching the first episode of Snap. Now, you know that was a long time ago. Snap probably been on like 20 years now. But I remember watching the very first. I remember when it first came on. And I was like that was before true crime blew up like it is now. And Snap was really one of its kind. That was when Oxygen still was more of like Oxygen was like the bootleg Lifetime back then. Now it's turned into sort of a true crime channel. But when Snap first started coming on, Oxygen was doing, it was, like I said, it was like the little sister to Lifetime. They did a lot of those types of stuff, those types of shows. Oh my goodness. All right, so those are our news stories. So let's go into Real Housewives world. There's 168 people in the chat, you guys. If you could please hit that like button. I hope we have do we have like 140 likes yet? Do we have 140 likes? My husband hates when Snap someone. Most men hate when Snap someone, child. I love true crime. Snap is my show. Yeah, most men don't like Snap, honey. You know why, too. You know why. All right, y'all. We're getting ready to get this party started. Let's get into Housewives world. We have merch, y'all. We have merch. I have to make this longer, child. Now, if you are interested in ordering a tumbler or a mug, this is what the tumbler looks like. Tribe member, ReallyBTV. This is the mug. Now, it's on Etsy now, right? The mug and the tumbler is now on Etsy. And if you want to order it, the link, Danny, if you are here, can you drop the link again for everybody? Now, on Etsy, I believe you have the option of ordering this mug, which is black with the white trim. See how it has that white trim on it? Or you can order solid black, where the whole mug is just black, right? So please go if you would like one and support the channel. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. All right, let's get into these housewives, child. Yeah, the moderator. Remember they had that first lady. I did like it when they changed her voice when they got a new moderator. It was Farrah Fawcett. Didn't I say Farrah Fawcett? Did I say the wrong name? Auntie Diddy? I thought I said Farrah Fawcett. Who did I say? I might have said the wrong person, but I know it was Farrah Fawcett. I remember being Farrah Fawcett. All right, you guys. It's 174 people in the chat. My mods told me we only got 104 likes. If we could please get up to 150. If you guys didn't hit that like button coming in, if you could. I know y'all get sick of hearing us YouTubers asking y'all to hit the like button, but it really, really does help grow our channel. Y'all know we've been growing over here. And yeah, YBS, we about to get there, boo. Y'all know we've been growing over here, and I appreciate it. And if you are new here, come on down and say hi. I've gained a lot of new subscribers over the last couple of weeks. And girl, we don't bite y'all. We do not bite y'all. Come on down and say hi. We got seats down in the front, okay? My head Ursha is not here today. I really got to come up with an assistant head Ursha. But my moms are here to help you out. If you come on down and you say hi, we will speak back. All right. I know YBS Mary, we about to get there, girl. You getting ahead of the story. Look at you. YBS getting all ahead of us. All right, let's get into it. Where y'all want to start? I have stories from Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, the Real Housewives of New Jersey, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, the Real Housewives of Potomac, and the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Let's start in New Jersey, okay? We're going to start with the Real Housewives. Oh, y'all know I love me some after-school special. Let's start with the Real Housewives of New Jersey. Baby, down to the Real Housewives of New Jersey. The whole cast got cease and desist letters from Bravo. Now, I find that to be very, very interesting. It seems as though they have been running their mouth a little too much. They have been telling way too much of what is going on with the storyline, what we have not seen, and I guess they feel like they are ruining the season. Now, Melissa and Joe Gorga, they do a podcast. I've been saying this for years, y'all. If y'all been rocking with me a long time, y'all know that I have been saying this for years. I do not like the fact that they tell us so much information. One, before the season even starts. And then once the season starts, I told you I don't like it. We just had this conversation yesterday about Dr. Heavenly and Candy reviewing their own show. Even though we enjoyed the tea that they spill, it sometimes can take away from the season. And I honestly think, I'm going to be honest with y'all. We've been talking about how the Real Housewives is going down and, the shows aren't as good as they used to be and blah, blah, blah. A lot of it has to do with we know too much before the season starts. We know way too much before the season starts. And I understand that social media has blown up in the lifetime of the Housewives. But I honestly feel like all of them should be on gag orders during the season. Hey, Fun Vibes, how you doing? And for Melissa and Joe to have a podcast during the season, I have a problem with that. Just like I have a problem with Dr. Heavenly having her YouTube channel. I have a problem with Candy having her YouTube channel. Now, the gossiper in me and the YouTuber in me, I love it. Because I can come down here and we can have conversations. We can do the tribe meeting. We can tea. We can spill the tea. We can do all that kinds of stuff. And I can make my videos. So the YouTuber in me, I love it. The viewer in me hates it. Because I honestly feel like that is why. Do y'all know how many people say, I don't really watch the shows anymore. I just follow social media and look at YouTube. Because they give us way too much. Teresa has a podcast too. They give us way too much. Margaret just did a tell-all interview with Up and Adam. And so this is the first time in franchise history that a whole cast has gotten a damn cease and desist. Basically, Bravo told them, shut the hell up. Bravo told them to shut the hell up. Yes, they should. It gives the views something to look forward to. I do miss after show on Bravo's YouTube channel. Okay, movie Miss M, I was gonna say movie Black. M Love Black. She likes it. I don't. I just think it takes away from the show because I feel like there was more anticipation. Now, once something is on, I'm fine with us talking about it. Like once we've seen it, fine. Well, I guess I just contradicted myself. I did. I still have a problem with the people who are on the. Let me nuance what I'm saying because I feel like I'm contradicting myself, so I do not want to do that. Let me nuance what I'm saying. I don't have a problem with us looking at the show, talking about the show, dissecting the show, because we are only talking about what we see. And I know that editing sometimes is a mother. I get that. But we are only talking about what we see. What I have a problem with is us getting all the, well, what y'all didn't see was cameraman A and da-da-da-da-da, and so-and-so was 3 hours late, and we had been sitting there, and everybody was mad, and so when da-da-da-da-da-da, I don't, because here's what ends up happening. Now we don't have nothing for the reunion. You see what I'm saying? I feel like it's all a trickle down. I'm not saying that they shouldn't be allowed to talk. I just think they should have to wait. So let me nuance my statement. I think they should have to wait. Because listen, I don't want to take no money out of nobody's pocket. Nobody's pocket. Dr. Heavenly's YouTube channel is monetized, and she gets good views when she talks about the channel. Candy got 600,000 subscribers on her one YouTube channel. She got 2, maybe even 3 YouTube channels. But I know she got at least 2. I ain't trying to take no money out of nobody's pocket. Let's be clear. But as a viewer, it takes away from me. It takes away. As a viewer, it takes away so much. But anyway, so that's what's going on down to New Jersey, child. New York ain't really got a lot going on. All we know about New York is that allegedly the show is dead, y'all. The legacy is dead. The new revamped, rebooted is dead. They ain't doing nothing. Allegedly. Everyone needs to not interview cast members when their show is starting or is currently on air. Everyone's the show. You can't ask questions when you haven't seen each other. I agree, Cali girl. And that's honestly why, if y'all notice, I don't do a lot of interviews. And it's not because I'm not interested in doing it, but I've told y'all before, I don't like interviewing people during the show because I find myself becoming biased, right? I mean, that's human nature. You like somebody, then you kind of, Also, they can't tell you but so much. So you sit there, you interviewing them, and they're limited in what they can say. When I did the Ashley interview, I'd actually been trying to interview Ashley. I had reached out to her when her book came out because I wanted to interview her about her book. But by the time we were able to get our schedules linked up and everything, it just happened to be right before the season was getting ready to premiere, the new season. Now, I did reach out to her to see if maybe we can meet back up to talk now that the season is over, or at least we're at the mid-season finale. And I have been interviewing the Chasing Dallas people, but you notice I have to stop at a certain point. I can only ask them up to what we've seen. So, yeah, I agree. I just feel like they're giving us too much. But anyway, that's New York. All right, where we want to go next? Let's get in the plane and head over to Salt Lake City because this ain't a whole lot either. Jen Shah's sentence has been reduced by a year. Now, remember, she was sentenced, the maximum that she could have been sentenced to, I think, was like 10 years. And, of course, the minimum was like 1 year. The judge sort of split the middle and gave her 5 years. But now we find out that her sentence has already been reduced by a year. Why, we don't know. It can't be good behavior. Her ass ain't been there but a month. So I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's white girl privilege. I don't know. Even though she says she ain't, I don't know why, but child has been reduced. We know that Mary Cosby is back this season. She's been seen filming. They've already gone on their first cash trip. I think they went to Vegas or something. I don't know, child. But it is what it is, child. Leave YouTube for reviewers, not the show. Thank you, Zara. Leave the YouTube for us. That's like, for perfect example, Sunday night, I've talked to Mims, Make It Make Sense, myself, and Scotty. The 3 of us have all talked, offline. all of our numbers were down for our Sunday night review for the after Queens of R&B. All of our numbers were down. Why were all of our numbers down on Sunday? Because Candy had 14,000 people in her live. And Candy drops her speak on it immediately after the show. So the choice that we have as YouTubers is to compete with Candy, right? Compete with Candy, or go live after speak on it. But the thing is, if we go live after speak on it, y'all gonna want us to talk about what Candy talked about on speak on it. So now, not only do I have to wait until after speak on it goes off, watch it. I can watch it while it's on, I guess. Take my notes and then come live. Baby, I gotta go to work Monday morning. The show go off at 9. By the time I wait for Candy to get done, get my notes, set up my live, and go live, it's after 10 o'clock. We live for an hour. And again, that might not sound like a big deal, and I'm not complaining. Let's be clear. People just gonna have to catch the replay. I'm not complaining, but that's an example of how it can affect us down here as YouTubers. I can't compete with Candy. She had 14,000 people in her chat. You know? So it is what it is. So Candy stopping y'all bags. Say my child, go somewhere. Listen, for people who are new here, Young Rich is my boo thing, but she trolls me, okay? She trolls me. What's up? Give me shelter. I ain't seen you in a minute, boo. How you been? That's too cold as hell now. First of all, it wasn't strong enough, and now it's cold, child. Anyway. So anyway, I just wanted to give y'all the update for Salt Lake City. Jen Shaw's sentence allegedly has been reduced. We know Mary Cosby is back this season, and she is filming. Child. We'll be want to go after that. We're gonna go to Atlanta last, child. We're gonna go to let's go to Beverly Hills, because Beverly Hills ain't got a lot. It's just a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That sucks. I watch Candy, but I always wait and watch her when I'm cleaning the office on Monday morning. That's when I usually watch Candy. I usually listen to speak on it like when I'm on my way to work or something. But now I gotta, listen, I gotta stay on top of these things. So let's get in the plane. We're gonna fly over to Beverly Hills. So a couple of things going on down in the Beverly Hills. Okay, you've been lurking. Okay, boo. Hey, Jane, what's up, boo? Let's go over to Beverly Hills. A couple of things is going on. Now, first of all, Looky Loos have shown us that we have some oldies but goodies that filmed this weekend down at Kyle's house. Kyle had a dinner party, and it looks like she invited some familiar faces. First of all, we saw Kim filming. Now, I don't know if Kim was at the dinner party, but Kim hasn't seen filming. Now, I told y'all last year they needed to bring Kim back. Didn't I tell y'all that? I said, even if it's just a friend of the show, they need to bring Kim back. If they're going to bring back the mama, Paris Hilton mama, they need to bring Kim. And they need to, Kyle, and the three of them need to do what they need to do and give us some good sister TV, okay? I was here for that. So they said that Kim has been seen filming. Now, Kyle had a dinner party this weekend. Denise Richards was at the dinner party, and so was Camille Grammer. Now, again, if you were old school Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kim filming is a good thing. Camille filming is a good thing. As much as Camille get on my nerves sometimes, y'all, I listen, I have a love-hate relationship with Camille Grammer. I have a love-hate relationship with her because she definitely gives us good TV. She definitely gives us good TV, right? She get on my nerves sometimes because she be doing a lot, but she gives us good TV. Now, Denise Richards is filming. Now, of course, they trying to say Denise needs the money, blah, blah, blah. I just think Denise is willing to come back now that Lisa's not there. I think Denise's big issue was Lisa Rinna. Again, remember, they were friends in real life. Lisa brought Denise on the show, and they were friends in real life, and Denise really felt like Lisa betrayed her for the show, for a storyline. She really felt like that. And so, and don't get me wrong, do I believe Denise and Brandy Glanville maybe had a little something going on? I do. I feel like they probably had a drunken night or maybe a not so drunken night. I believe that. But I also believe that Lisa Rinna took it to a whole another level. Like, I really feel like Lisa Rinna did the most. when the least would do. So everyone who Brenda started beef with is back. That's what it sounds like, DeMille. That is what it sounds like. Now listen, that doesn't automatically mean that that's going to translate into ratings. We know that that doesn't automatically mean it's going to translate into ratings. But what we do know is that I mean, people like myself definitely going to be interested to see what the conversations were with some of the other ladies, mainly Erica Jane, mainly Kyle Richards. I'm definitely here to see a Dorit. I'm definitely here to see how this. I'm here for those of you who watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm here to see how this whole season works out for those three: Kyle, Dorit, and Erica Jane. Now, y'all know word on the curb is that they're icing Erica Jane out. Now, that's word on the curb. Now that Lisa Rinna's gone, the word on the curb is that they're giving Erica Jane a cold shoulder. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just telling you what they can say down on the curb. Lisa and Denise were friends for 20 plus years, and Denise met Garcelle through Lisa. Yeah. Yup, sure did. All these old girls coming back to Beverly Hills, they can't afford no new people. I like Kim, but if you don't think Katie should come back to Real Housewives of Potomac, then why do you think Kim should come back to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills? I didn't say I thought she should come back. I just said I'm going to enjoy seeing it. No, I did say that. Because of the sister storyline. But you're right. You're absolutely correct. But I'm going to say this. So here's the thing. You're speaking from the substance abuse perspective of it. So let me say this. Katie is new in her sobriety. Like, she literally just got clean. I don't think this is the place for her in her being so new in her sobriety. That's that. Now, Kim, even though Kim has the substance abuse history, it didn't start, and she's not new to this. But I think she has more of a reason to film because we have the Kyle and we have the Kathy dynamic. Could that still be detrimental to sobriety? Yes. And I really didn't think about it until you brought it up, Zara. Thank you for bringing that point up. I really didn't think about that. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown. How you doing? I didn't think about that, Zara. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. That is a point to think about. But my reason for that is because of the sister thing. Because I honestly feel like that was a dynamic that was missed last season when Kyle and Kathy were going through this. I feel like the Kim part of it was missed. And I think Kim is an important part of that sister dynamic. I think she's a very important part of it. But I also feel like it's deep. It's so deep. Kim had the best one-liners of Beverly Hills. Let's not talk about the husband as a classic. Also, You Stole My House is a classic. Plus, Kim ain't kinfolk. But that is a good point, Zara. See, y'all be keeping me on my toes. You made me think. Because I honestly did not think about Kim and her sobriety. I did not. But I certainly don't want a housewife show the reason for her to relapse. But I do feel like if Kathy and Kyle are going to dig into their relationship, I think Kim should be a part of that conversation. I do. I feel having Kathy there will be Kim's emotional buffer, and that may help her with the sobriety while filming. Because Kim and Kathy are closer. Kim and Kathy have a pretty good relationship, from my understanding. Now, let me tell y'all something. That book about the Hiltons, that book that Mims actually started reading the book on his channel and then he stopped because y'all wasn't watching the videos. But I followed a TikToker who did reviews as they were reading the book. Baby, their story is deep. That book, now granted, the book is not a autobiography. It is an unauthorized biography, but allegedly, let me just give y'all an example of what I mean by it goes deep. Allegedly, this is all, let me put my allegedly up, child, because it's all alleged. It's all alleged. Shout out to the 188 people in the room. Let's see if we can get to 200 today. Let's see if we can get to 200 people in the room. Please hit that like button if you have not already. It's 188. Can we get to 160 mods? What my likes looking like? Katie has been erratic online. I personally think she's well. Katie also has young children who need her. Kim seemed under the influence last year in her interviews, but let's see what happens. Real Housewives of Potomac don't need Katie back. I'm gonna say this about Kim. Kim always seemed under the influence to me, but I don't know her to know what she's like when she's sober. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know her to know what she's like when she's sober. It's 130. Okay, we close. Can we get 40 more likes? Can we get 40 more likes? If you hanging out in the bushes, first of all, come down and say hi. You don't have to hang out in the bushes, but please hit that like button. It's a free way to support the channel. You know, donations are not required, but they are appreciated. Thank you, T. Trisha, for the cash app earlier in the live. I appreciate you much. All right, so let me give y'all this example, and then we're going to get on the plane, and we're going to hop on to the next place. Yeah, Magic Johnson submitted a bid for $66 billion, I think, for the Washington Commanders. Yeah, I saw that. You know, I'm a diehard fan, so you know I'm following that whole story, child. I just be glad when Dan Snyder's gone, child. Allegedly, in the book, y'all know that even though Kyle was a child actress, Kim was the moneymaker, right? Kim had more roles or more lucrative roles. She was the moneymaker, right? Allegedly, Kim was taken advantage of. I'm going to say that as delicately as I can. Allegedly, Kim was taken advantage of as a child so that the family could continue to eat. If y'all reading between the lines, because I don't want to specifically say it, because I like I said, it's in the book and it's all alleged, so I can't say what happened. But that's one of the things that's in the book. And so Kim has gone through a lot. And they even explain the book. I mean, the house. They even explain how Kim feels like the house was stolen from her. They go through that whole timeline. The book gives a lot of information. I said I was going to read the book. And I've only, like I said, I only looked at the previews of the book. I mean, the reviews. She says that on the show. Okay, well, that's in the book. That's in the book. They get into more details on the book. I didn't watch Beverly Hills when Kim was on the show, but I like to see the sisters. Kyle would go crazy. Child, she would. I watched the first 2 seasons, and then I stopped until I started reviewing the show. So I missed. When did I start reviewing the show? I started reviewing Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I think, Dorit's first season. So they're on season like 13 now. Like season 13 now. So I probably skipped about 4 seasons. I watched the first 2, and then I probably skipped about 4 seasons, and then I came back. Maybe 3 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons. Anyway, and they get into all the Kim's husbands and all that stuff. I was there for Brandy's first year. I remember Brandy's first year. I missed Lisa Rinna's first couple of years, child. Kyle wants Kim to get over it, however, how can she? Right. All right, let's get in our plane. Now, we're going to get in our plane, and this is the destination we're going to, this destination unknown. Why is it destination unknown? Because allegedly, Bravo is looking for a new franchise city. Now, listen, let me toot my own horn for a second. Toot. For those of you that are new, really keep your ears to the streets for y'all. Keep my ears to the streets. I reported this months ago. Y'all remember? Who are some of my ride or dies in the chat? Tracy, YBS, it's a bunch of y'all in the chat. Y'all see Golden. Y'all remember us talking about this probably months ago. We talked about this months ago that there was rumors and rumblings that there was a casting call from Bravo going out in New Orleans. And the thought was allegedly that Bravo was thinking of expanding the franchise into the city of New Orleans. Now, let's say this. Let me say this. There have been a lot of tests in other cities. And it's a process. It's a process before it comes to fruition. Remember, a lot of these Real Housewives shows didn't start off as housewife shows, allegedly. between me and you, I think they always are housewife shows. I just think that in order to do the pilot, I think they tell other people, oh, we're doing a show about da-da-da-da-da. Oh, we're doing a show about da-da-da-da-da. And then when they try to sell it or shop it to Bravo, they sell it to Bravo as a Housewives franchise. That's what I believe. That's my opinion, okay? Real Housewives of Potomac was supposed to be, I think somebody told me it was supposed to be about Jack and Jill. Ain't nobody watching no show about Jack and Jill on Bravo. Maybe on OWN. Maybe on BET or VH1. I mean TV1. Ain't nobody on Bravo watching a show about Jack and Jill. But allegedly, that's what the pilot was for. Same thing with Salt Lake City. They weren't calling it the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. It had a whole other title to it. It was supposed to be something totally different. Same thing, I want to say the same thing in Dallas. So a lot of times, these production companies, they know they're trying to create a Housewives franchise, but that's not the word they put out there. Because they put the word out there so they can get people to do the pilot. And then when they sell it to Bravo, and then they double back and say, surprise, you remember what we told you the show was about? Scratch it. It's a Housewives show. You want to do it? And most people, because the Real Housewives is a lucrative franchise, most people are like, yeah, let's do it. Beverly Hills was supposed to be a Hilton sister show. Yeah, see, a lot of these shows are not sold as a Real Housewives franchise. And so I say all that to say a lot of pilots have been done in different cities. Now, so when the casting call went out a couple of months ago, they were looking for people in the city for, I think the casting call said for a new Bravo show. And I said then, I told y'all then, I'm just going to toot my own horn, toot. I told y'all then this is probably the production company looking to try to create a new franchise, but they can't say that until Bravo picks it up and calls it a Housewives franchise. Well, now we see that they've put out another call and they've been more specific. They're saying that they are looking for people. They're looking for NBA wives. I don't know why they're not looking for NFL wives. They have New Orleans has a football team and a basketball team, but it said NBA wives and other people, elites in the city for a potential New Orleans Housewives franchise. I'm here for New Orleans. I think New Orleans will be a good look. I think it'll be different. I think they'll be able to have a very diverse cast because you can get you some nice Black Creole. You can get you some white people. You can get you some, I think you can have a really good, I don't mean to be offensive when I say white people, y'all. Please don't nobody come to me, child. But I think you can have a diverse cast, maybe similar to, I don't know. Whatever cast is diverse, it's either all Black or all white, huh? It's either all Black or all white. But I think it'll give us a different flavor, like Miami gives us that Cuban Latino flavor. I think it'll give us a different flavor. And I think we can get into the history of New Orleans. There's a lot of people. And the one thing about New Orleans, they have a strong history. And the Black folk, they have a very, very strong history in New Orleans. And the white folk, a lot of them can trace their heritage back to the French. A lot of the Black folk can trace their heritage back to Haiti. And it's very rich history there. Southern Charms, New Orleans was diverse. Exactly. I think it didn't last because I don't feel like Bravo put the same, one thing I've learned about, y'all got me down here rambling, child. One thing I've learned about reviewing shows, I've learned about reviewing these shows. Bravo, I feel like doesn't put as much work into their non-Housewives franchises. I've reviewed a lot of shows on Bravo that have like one season and that's it. But I feel like they don't put the same amount of work in. I feel like they don't put the same level of... So Southern Charm, New Orleans, even the regular Southern Charm, I don't think Bravo really pushes as hard. It just kind of picked up a cult following and evolved from there. But Southern Charm, New Orleans, I just don't think they ever gave it the same amount of push. That's my opinion. But I would love to see the two main characters from Southern Charm on Housewives. I think they would make great Housewives. The two friends, the one who her father played for the New Orleans Saints, and is married to the personal trainer that has the gyms. I think they would be great because they bring good drama. And then her friend Nicole, the one I think her name is Nicole. No, her name ain't Nicole. I think I just made that up. But the one who was married to the former football player, they got divorced, and then she married her high school, college sweetheart. They had 2 kids. I think the 2 of them would be really good on the show. I think the 2 of them would be really good on the show. What you say, Tracy? I missed it. I see Tracy gonna make me scroll up. Hold on. Crawfish. Hold on. Let me keep scrolling. Tracy, what you saying? Maybe Bondi will go to a visit with child. Moving forward. All right. You missed the show Blood, Sweat, Heels. I don't think I ever watched that one. But they had the show about the Mexican families that are right on the border down in Texas. They had the one girl who was studying for her citizenship exam, but she was going to have to be deported. And then you had the friends who fell out. That was a pretty good show. It only lasted 1 season. Then they had the show where they were in Mexico. And it was like the Mexican elite, like the guy and his sister that had their own talk show. And then the guy who was like a 80s heartthrob and his son who they were trying to, like he had a chance to go on American Idol, like the Spanish version of American Idol or Mexican American Idol, whatever. That was pretty good. Jeff, the former New Orleans Saints player, yeah, he did. He got into a really bad accident. Yeah, he is in a wheelchair. So is he permanently in the wheelchair? Because I've seen him, but I didn't know he was permanently in a wheelchair. But I did see that. Yeah, he was in a really... Cartel Crew was on VH1. But I did like Cartel Crew. And I got good numbers off of Cartel Crew, too. I reviewed Cartel Crew. Okay. So that's New Orleans. We'll keep our eye out on that. Now, since we got all that out the way, let's go to Potomac, and then we're going to end in Atlanta, because I know y'all want to talk about what happened today down to Atlanta. But let's take a flight over here to Potomac real quick. Child, they still bothering Juan. They still bothering Juan. They said Juan was spotted down to the nail salon with the woman that he got caught taking the pictures with down to the laundromat a couple of months ago. They said he don't even work at the school no more, so why he's still hanging out with the lady from Coppin State. Now, remember they tried to say that she was the athletic director or the assistant coach or something, and they was down to the laundromat. They were just watching the players' laundry. There wasn't nothing going on. Well, allegedly, it's pictures of Juan down to the nail salon with that same woman. And he don't work for Coppin no more. So what he doing hanging out with her? Who is this woman? Why is she here, Hoppo? Why is she here? No, that's what I heard. That's what I heard. Now, I don't know. Listen, at this point, let me just tell y'all. I ain't light my candle. I knew something was wrong, child. I didn't light my candle. Today's thing is raspberries and whipped vanilla. Okay, raspberries and whipped vanilla. Okay. Let me say this to y'all. Robin don't care what y'all think. Robin don't care what her husband out there doing, because Robin is doing Robin. The only reason why she gonna care is if and when she get her contract to come back for the next season. Now, I heard she was demoted to friend of the show status. I don't know if that's just what I heard. But if it is true, that's all Robin care about. That is all Robin care about. Did y'all see Robin lie telling us when she made $30,000 a month on that podcast? She was $30,000 a month lie. Now, you might have made $30,000 last month when you made everybody pay to get the behind-the-scenes story and go over to your Patreon. You might have made $30,000 last month. But you don't make no $30,000 every month on that podcast. I refuse to believe that. I just refuse to believe in that. She's going to show me receipts, honey. I refuse to believe that. All right, y'all. Let's hop on down to Atlanta. Let's go on. That's where we're going to end. We're going to end on Atlanta. It's 172 people in the chat. Please, I hope we have like 160 likes. I guess we're not going to get to 200 tonight. We got it to 188. That's cool. That's cool. I ain't being greedy. Portia said, watch what happens live Sunday night, that the door is open. Who making 30K? How can I be there? Right, Mims. Robin said she make 30K a month on Reasonably Shady. I said you a 30K live. Now, like I said, you might have made 30K last month when you charged everybody to go behind your paywall and go to your Patreon. Because how much was it, Mims? $2.99? You probably got about 15,000 people to pay $2.99 to hear your little tea. So you might have made $30,000 last month. But ma'am, I don't believe you make no $30,000 every month. Now I could be wrong, but I just don't think the math is math on that. What's up, my boo Mims? Hey, my love. Now, Portia said that the door is open. She said that the back door got a crack of her maybe coming back to the Real Housewives. I think it's a bigger than a crack. I think that her and Andy went for drinks after the show was over, and Andy said, I feel like they was passing napkins across the table. Okay? I feel like Portia wrote a number down and passed it to Andy. I feel like Andy put a line through it and put the napkin down and passed it back over to Portia. I think Portia called Simon and said, hey, boo, what you think? And Simon said, as long as I get to be on there too, because you know Simon likes the spotlight as much as Portia do, child. And I feel like there's a strong probability that we might get Portia back next season. Now, we know this season is a wrap. It's a done deal to happen. It's already in the can. They've added some scenes because of this whole Drew situation, but baby, it's a wrap. But they'll probably start filming in the fall for the new season. And I could see Portia coming back. She definitely says that she misses it. She loved doing Ultimate Girls Trip. And I think the fans are enjoying her on Ultimate Girls Trip. So I can still see it. You know what, Mims? Thank you, my love. Thank you for the super chat. Mims said, I'm sure Portia's back door is wide open. You know what? Giselle and Robin's wigs and clothing are proof positive Robin was lying about them numbers. Ciao. Thank you, Mims. Drew and Ralph spent their son's birthday together with the biological father. Child, that's a whole... It ain't the kids' fault y'all can't get along, I guess. Last but not least, the information... Y'all know the story that dropped literally right before I went live. Unfortunately, Eva has filed for divorce from her husband of 5 years, Michael Sterling. We have followed a lot of their love story with those 3 seasons that Eva was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, of course, they were already a couple when she started doing the show, hence her reason for living in Atlanta. We went through both of her pregnancies and the wedding. Remember, she got married on the show. Remember, that was the infamous scene where Nene acted a fool at the wedding, child. Remember that? She was late. That's when Greg was sick and all that was going on. I'm sorry to hear it. Listen, I love Black Love, and I thought they made a cute couple. When Eva was on Ultimate Girls Trip and she was calling her husband, they seemed like they were still giggly and googly, and you know, that they were still in a honeymoon phase. I mean, you never know what's going on behind closed doors, and we're not supposed to. I mean, we just nosy and we like hearing about it, but you know, I'm sorry to hear it. You know, does that mean she's gonna come back? I don't think so, because she's got her own thing going on with all the Queen's men, but you never know. I mean, Candy juggles, you know, a lot of jobs. I was going to say a lot of balls, but I feel like Mims would put another shady comment in the chat again if I say a lot of balls. So we know Candy is able to juggle a lot of jobs, you know, and do Housewives. I don't know. She may come back to Housewives. She very well may. Again, I think maybe a friend of status, maybe. But then we're back where we started, y'all. Why do they keep recycling Housewives? Why do they keep recycling these Housewives? I don't know. We'll see. Madam came out on Michael Sterling. Ooh. I'm not surprised they seem like two different people. Well, that's why I thought they would make it. I thought opposites attract. I didn't realize how love child and hippie Evil was. Because I remember Evil from America's Top Model. Like, I loved her since America's Top Model. So I was surprised at the whole hippie vibe, right? So y'all, that's what I got. There's a lot going on. We was all over the place. We have all these Real Housewives updates. I will definitely keep you. See, balls and backdoor action. Oh my God, what's happening to this show? See, I knew Miz was going to have something smart to say. But I really, I'll keep my ear to the ground for you guys. We have the Real Housewives of New Jersey tonight. You'll get that review tomorrow probably. Yeah. I'm about to get out of here. I'm gonna be headed over to Sabrina Soul's channel to discuss Ready to Love, Friday night's episode of Ready to Love. But I'm not gonna be there. You guys gonna be there for about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes. I gotta hop over somewhere else. So I'm about to head over there now. If you watch Ready to Love, you can join me over there at Sabrina's channel. If not, I will see you guys later. Thank y'all for being here. Mwah! And I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.